Greetings, fellow cruisers. This is Jeff from Enjoy Life Traveling. Today we are going to show you all the things that we use to make our traveling easier. A lot of this stuff is on special for Black Friday, but even if you're seeing this late, all the links are going to be down there for you to get the best price that it's currently going for. At the end of this video, we're going to show you some of our biggest items, the biggest secrets that we have that I think you're going to find very interesting, so stay tuned. We were fortunate enough to just get monetized, which means that Amazon will show you some of the stuff we got and it'll help the channel. So if you're looking to find a way to help the channel, this is all Amazon affiliate things, and you'll be able to find those in the description below. I'm going to start out with the really good one here. This doesn't look like much, but this is actually a waterproof backpack. We found this actually when we were thinking about doing the Alaska cruise, because Alaska is basically a rainforest, and we thought this was amazing. We already have a fantastic backpack that we'll get to, but I wanted to show you this one because it just goes down into nothing, so you can pack it away. And this is kind of a nice one because if you're not ready to use it right away, then you can actually bring this with you, and then if you're accumulating things, you know, along your trip, getting souvenirs, you've got this bag that all of a sudden pops up, and I mean, it's pretty sizable. So this is a pretty sizable backpack here. Again, it's completely waterproof. It's got several pouches to work with, and even though this is on the side here, the other one that's on this side does not go all the way through. So you've actually got two different pouches here, and your hands don't go through, so they are completely separate. It's got these nice side pouches, so if you have a water bottle or something you're taking with you, or just extra cords, you've got plenty of side room here, and it's going to have pockets in front and then a separator here. This will hold a laptop, by the way. And one of the features I really like, well, you can see another pouch here, but this is plastic, so this is going to even better protection for you if you got something wet and you didn't bring a bag or something to put it in. You can put it in here and then be able to get to it because it's got its own separate entrance, and that'll let you store things in here that are wet, or if you're just maybe trying to keep something, a cold beverage or something like that, a little way to take something with you. So when this is on your back, it does also have the strap that'll come around your front there and come across your chest, so if you want to have that on there for some extra support, you'll be able to have that on you as well. It's got a nice carrying handle in case you don't feel like having it on your back, but I found this to be so useful. Like I said, I love the other backpack that we have, but to have something that was waterproof and that could be condensed to such a small size for carrying, I just thought was invaluable, and it's definitely something I wanted to share with you. So this is the original backpack we started with, and it works great. Like I said, we bought the other one because of the Alaska, and we thought that if we wanted to go out that we would have something that was waterproof, and we liked the way it condensed. We often use this one when we're packing, if we're not as worried about it, or if we're going to take both with us. This one will be on us if the other one's tucked away. But it's got a lot of space as well, and we like it. We almost always keep our passport right in the front pocket. It's very easy to get to because when you're traveling, you want easy access, and this is very easy to get to. Just like the other backpack, it's got the side pouches, and it's very comfortable to wear. Obviously, it depends a little bit on what you got in it. So it's got these fold-over straps, so water and such doesn't go straight in here. And then you just unzip this. And again, you've got a lot of storage space to work with, along with extra pouches to keep things separate. And then on the other side, you've got the bigger one. And again, lots of room in here. It's comfortable, it's not too expensive, extra pouches. It's got the nice carrying handle, and if you want to hang it on a hook, that works good for these. And those wall hooks, they say, they're actually not wall, you want to put them on your ceiling, but you do that and you hang that here, and that'll hold your bag as long as you get it on the hook properly and it's to the ceiling. I'll have the links like this and the other one below so you can find these very easily and hopefully get the best price, because this is a great time to buy. So if you're watching this video, we would really appreciate it if you took the time and you like what you're seeing. We're going to try to continue to put out great content. So if you could just take a moment to like and subscribe to the video, and we would definitely appreciate it. And when you're done watching the video, make sure you share it with all your friends. Next item we have up are these Oler Hike bags that we use. We've got these in black, we got them in gray, we got a few sets of these, but they hold a lot. And this one's packed. I'm actually getting ready to go on a cruise, and this is one that's actually packed for those items. And I have got jeans and shorts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pair in here in this one. And if you did like your bigger bags, this would give you just a little room at the side. If you go to that next size down, that's still pretty big. If you turn it sideways, you could fit 2 of those in one side. So that's a lot of clothes. I mean, this is a week's worth of clothes, and it's probably overpacked. This is actually for me going on a 3-week in the jeans that I'm going to be having, well, most of them anyway. But they come in multiple sizes. This one here, we just got some knickknacks in here. We like to go on something called an 80s cruise, and this has some of our little knickknacks that we use. It's not very full right now, but it gets there. We use this. It's got all of our cords and electronical stuff in here so we can keep everything together. Again, you can do with it whatever you want, but I'm just saying there's an awful lot of uses. Socks, depending on how many socks you got going on. They have a narrow one. They have one actually longer than this, and a lot of times I use that, and that'll hold 6, 7 pair of socks. On the bigger one I got coming up, I've got one of the bigger bags, not the biggest, and it's got literally 23 days worth of socks in one bag. And still I could probably squeeze a little something in there. It does really a good job if you roll your clothes as she's got here. Depending on the material, you're going to be in pretty good shape as far as not worrying about wrinkling. If you roll it right, that's a different video. It's out there. But we also have some other stuff we'll show you a little later on in the video here as to how to keep your stuff so it's not wrinkled. Of course, like all the stuff we're going to show you, there'll be links in the description below so you can find these very easily. One other thing I wanted to show you is these carrying handles. They have these carrying handles on here, and these are also very nice, obviously, when you're moving around. These actually will fit a lot of times in the different drawers they got, so you can just slide them right in, say if you're on a cruise, and slide them into a drawer or on one of the shelves they've got. So if you don't necessarily want to unpack everything, you can do that. It's also nice, some of those smaller ones, if you got a layover and you got a hotel, maybe you drove down and you could just have one of these small ones packed in with your stuff that you're going to wear the next day, and then just refill that and leave it in the car so you're not taking extra clothes that you may not wear again. So the way I'm doing these is kind of starting out with some of the packing things in sort of an order of how we would use them if we were getting ready for a cruise. And obviously, if you saw the video, I talked about packing wrinkle-free. One of the ways to do that is having one of these bags right here. Now it's got plenty of space again to hold other stuff besides just the stuff you want to keep wrinkle-free. It's got obviously a carrying handle here. Possibly more importantly is it's got a handle here. So you can actually roll this around. There are wheels right on the back, so this is very easily rollable. So again, with your hangers here, you can put your other knickknacks in here. Would be a pair of shoes, socks, both. And again, your stuff's going to come under here, and it'll just fold up neatly in here. Obviously, you want to be careful when you're moving any of your stuff. And then it also has another zipper up here to hold more things on it. So if you're really worried about staying wrinkle-free, again, there's multiple ways, and I still love that cutting board. If you haven't seen the video, I would highly recommend taking a look at it. It works great. But this is another great way to do it that also keeps stuff very neat and organized for you. So again, as we roll along as to how you would pack, one of the things that's going to come up is luggage tags. Now these are specific for the Royal Caribbean tags. They have some different ones for the different ships. They'll have their own sizes. We'll put the links below. And what you would do is these are the luggage tags. You can either cut straight down or you can do some folding, and then when you're done folding it into the side, you would just slide it right on in. Fold it in tight. You want to give, since these are somewhat snug, they're going to come in here, and you want to make sure that you are right on that line and you don't have a whole lot of extra white showing when you do it. But they fit right in, and then they'll seal up here. There is kind of like a Ziploc bag kind of a thing where you can just pull this through and tightens it so you don't have to worry about water getting in it. And then it's got this here to where these just simply unscrew. Put that around your handle, and then it just comes right together and screws on in. And it holds tight. I haven't had any of these come through yet, and it's done a lot of cruises on them, so we've got 4 of these. We've even lent them out. They work great. So again, if you look at that video about having clothes that are wrinkle-free, this is one of the key items to have on there, and this does more than just take care of the wrinkles. This will also help with odor elimination. I know obviously when you're on a cruise ship and you're trying to pack tight, sometimes you wear things more than once, or if, say, you go to the casino, and you know how things can get smoky if you're in there for just half an hour. A little bit of this on here will fix that problem. It also helps if you've got a static problem with your clothes. It'll help take care of that. And again, the links are below. It's not an expensive item, but I always make sure I got a full can of this on me. So the next thing I want to talk about is our toiletry bag. Now, the bags that I was showing you as far as where we fold our clothes, those will have something with it, and that'll work fine. We happen to really like this one. We've had this one for like 5 years already. I mean, it gets used. It's full, and it's got our stuff in it. closes really good despite having the Velcro straps on it. It's tight, but it hasn't worn out the Velcro. It's got a hook so you can hang this up when you're doing your showering. You can tell this is 5 years old because you can kind of see that it's gotten cloudy in here with our toothbrushes. But it's full. It's got stuff in here. It's got wipes. It's got my wife's hair ties. It's got all kinds of stuff in here full. It's got the little strap that kind of holds your bottles in for your shampoos. And then you've got this little case up here that'll use for razors and such like that, whatever you want to put in it. But we thought that this was probably it's probably one of the most used items we got. It's really on every single cruise. If we decide not to do one thing or another, this is pretty much a gimme that'll be there, and it's not that expensive. Again, the links are below. You know, for what I'm doing here and trying to make the videos, power is important, and sometimes those older ships, they don't have enough opportunities to charge things. So I wanted to get a battery that would do me for what I needed, and when you're trying to travel, there is a limit as to the size of the battery you can bring. It needs to be under 100 watts, and it's going to need to be, particularly if it's lithium, it needs to be something that's on you and not in a suitcase for travel. And I picked, there's 2 of them that I use, and I just wanted to show you them because I think they're well worth it. This one here, I like this because not only does it have, you know, your USB ports that you would expect, this one has a C, but this also has a regular outlet. So if I want to put in a laptop or anything that I want to plug in, just a normal plug-in, this will do it. And I have a CPAP, and this will power my CPAP. I've personally used it. It's got enough power to do it for a few hours. It's charged my laptop from absolutely dead to full, and I can get a couple charges out of it, and that's obviously a whole lot bigger battery, but all your smaller stuff can plug into here, and you've got something that lasts a good long time. I wanted to have 2, and I tried another brand also that I like. This is Halo. This one's a little bit different. It does have your USB. It does not have the Type-C, but obviously you could plug those in to the USB and have a C on the end. This one's a little different. It caught my attention because besides having the outlet that's important to me to run, again, a CPAP or any just regular plug-in kind of a thing, it has this, I don't know if I would count it for my car, particularly on a super cold day, but it has a port in here to where you can actually flip this open, put it in, and it will charge the battery to a car, a motorcycle, stuff like that. I have not used it for that. It's got a good rating, and I wouldn't necessarily count on it for, you know, sub-zero, super cold days. But if it's close to starting and needs a kick, this might actually work pretty good. But I haven't used it. I just thought it was intriguing, and these batteries are not that expensive, so I would highly recommend. Again, if you're looking for power, it's a little bit more weight to carry than some of the smaller ones that you have that just plug in. But if you're looking for a lot of power that's going to last you a long time, I would highly recommend either one of these. So the next thing we're going to have packed away, this is our rain ponchos. We've got this actually for the Alaska cruise, because again, being a rainforest, and we liked it because it was reasonably compact and it could fit in something without being too bulky. We had done those things you get that are just like super thin and cheap, and they're throwaway kind of things, but we really like these. They fit comfortable, they really cover you well, and you don't feel like if you move you're going to tear something. So they fit right in this bag. This is what it looks like out of the bag. It's got a nice hood on it that's going to tie closed, so you're not getting stuff in there, and this is a pretty good size. So what you can see from here is this is about knee length, a little bit longer, but also on the back of your legs, it actually goes a little bit longer than that. So as you're walking, it's not obstructing your walking, but at the same time, it's got you covered pretty good. And these roll up fairly easily and go right back into the bag. So in one of my earlier videos, I'd kind of popped this in here, and I wanted to show you because to me, it's just invaluable, particularly if you're new to cruising and you're afraid about your stuff. We like to use this portable safe when we're embarking because a lot of times we'll go straight to the pool and you put your stuff down, and maybe you're worried because you've got, you're not in your room yet, and you've got your wallet with you, you've got your passport, whatever else you got on you, your keys. Where are you going to put that? You don't want someone to take it. And so you drop it in here. It's got both the combination lock on it and a key version. We really just use the combination so we don't have to keep track of a key. And what we like about this, there is plenty of room inside of here to fit multiple things. So it's not something that's too tight to carry all the essentials. If you had a lady's pocketbook that was too big, you could just simply take the key things out and put those in there and leave it empty. But what we really like about this, again, whether it's on embarkation day or if it is on a beach day, is that we will take this and we will tie this to the chairs. And those chairs, those loungers, they'll loop around and connect to each other. And we'll take this and we'll loop it around not only the chair, but all of our bags. If I've worn pants off, I'll put this loop under my belt hoop of the pants. And it just keeps it all together, and it just snaps in. And then you'll come in here and you put your combination in and mix it all up, and so you're good to go when you've got this. And it's very easy to get to. It actually fits more around here than what you think. We love it. And it also kind of looks a little bit more, they're multiple colors, but it's something you can hang on to like this. It's more like a purse. It doesn't necessarily look like a safe, so to speak. But a friend of ours, we were telling them about the safes, and they had found one. I'm going to put that also in the description below, and it's more of a kind of a rectangle version, and it works great as well. They also love theirs. It's also got the hoop, but I wanted to put both those in there so you could take a look at those. We love these, and I would, again, highly recommend, particularly if you're new to cruising and you're worried about your stuff and how it's going to go. This is so handy and gives so much peace of mind. If you're out in the ocean, you don't want to have to worry about your stuff. And there's no way someone's going to pick up all this stuff on a chair and walk across and no one's going to notice, and no one's even thought about it. So again, if you're new to cruising and you're worried at all, this is the way to go. So the next item I wanted to show you is the snorkels that my wife and I both use. It's two-piece deal, and they come in this bag here. So it's pretty easy. They just snaps on top. And if you saw where I was showing how to use a magnet hook properly, this is what I use to hang it. But this is the actual mask here, and it's a one piece once you put it together. And this just goes over your face, and it makes a good seal. The only time you might have some problems is if you got a full beard, is that obviously with anything that's covering your face like that you could have an issue. But we love this, and it certainly covers this just fine. And what I like is this here, you can breathe. This is sticking out of the water. You can breathe just fine, just floating along. And when you go under, it's got a ball you can probably hear rattling that seals it, so you don't get a bunch of water in you and worried about breathing in and all of a sudden sucking in water. This will stop that and give you plenty of time. And it goes on, again, super easy. You can feel that seal all the way around. We've had no problems with these at all. If you get a little bit of water in it because you've moved around or knocked it, you just pull yourself up, dump it out, put it back on, you're good to go. So again, if you're looking for a good snorkel, these do not break the bank by any means. I know some of them do. And I like these a lot better than the two-piece because it covers your nose, so you can breathe through your nose or your mouth and you're good to go. So the last thing I have for you on this video, the one that I was kind of excited about, is actually the camera we're using right here, right now. This Sony camera, again, I got the links below. The reason that I wanted to put this out to you is that whether you're a vlogger or whether you are just trying to take pictures, this camera has so many videos out there. It is such a popular camera that if you don't know what you're doing, there's somebody out there that's got a short video to show you how to do it. And that was huge for us because if you've watched any of this stuff, I am not a techie person. And to be able to go in and see those things and find out how to do it made all the difference in the world. And the other thing is, and I'm going to put this so you can see it, because you saw some of the stills that I pulled out of the MSC. I'm going to put in here what it looked like when I was moving in some of the shots, because I was walking and I have the shakes, and I'm almost 60. I have the natural shakes and I couldn't keep it steady. But wait till you see the pictures. If you don't look at just the one or two that I'm going to put here, go back to that video and you'll see some of the pictures I pulled out and just how bad I was shaking versus what that camera on doing filming, not even just a regular camera, but this is filming a scene. And instead it was able to just yank out the picture so I could use some of that footage. And to me, that was just invaluable. And if you're not a techie person, to have that support system and to have a camera that is forgiving and can pull the pictures out that you want makes, again, all the difference in the world. The microphone, on the first couple of videos I put out, I had the microphone that I'm using now in wrong, and the microphone that's on this camera, camcorder camera, worked just fine. This helps a little bit, and the better I get it close to me, the better it sounds, but I thought it did a fantastic job, and it's made a big difference in what we do. It's got the little piece that screws on the bottom, so it'll fit into pretty much any of the tripod stands that you have, or any of the selfie sticks even. It's a little bit heavier, so you don't want to have the smaller selfie sticks completely extended. But again, it has ports, so I was able to run a wire, as you can see here, so I can run this. It's very forgiving, and I just couldn't recommend it enough. It's been invaluable in shooting all the things we shoot and all the stunning videos that you see. That camera's it. So again, we are new to being an Amazon affiliate. All these items are from our Amazon affiliate site. If you're looking to help us, we would definitely appreciate that if you would order through there. Even if it's other stuff, if you start through there and go through it, it gives us like a 24-hour thing. We'll get a little bit of a kickback, but it doesn't cost you any extra. Everything's the same price whether you went through this or just logged on. So it's very convenient, and it just helps us, and it's a way they say thank you for saying, hey, thanks for putting our stuff out there. And again, I didn't just want to show you stuff that's not being used. I wanted to show you stuff that we use and that we believe in, because I think that that's the best way. If you're gonna, I don't want to just sell you something. I want to show you what we're using and why we like it. I hope you appreciate this video. We definitely would appreciate that thumbs up and like and share and all that good stuff. As we're filming this, it is coming up on Black Friday. I don't know when you're going to watch it, but a lot of this stuff is going to actually be on the Black Friday sales, and that is going to be included in the links. But again, you're going to find this stuff fantastic whether you buy it on Black Friday or not. None of the stuff we bought was on Black Friday, and we certainly don't regret it a bit. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video right here.